Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Still on cloud nine from last night's amazing and beautiful MGE 22nd annual dinner. Thank you all for coming and supporting. We had about 250 people in person. I spoke about the kind of empathy that we tried to practice during the height of the pandemic, trying to really be sensitive to what our participants and people were going through. And in this week's Parsha, the Torah tells us that when someone becomes defiled through a corpse, meaning they become tamei lamet, they become ritually impure because they came into contact with a corpse, with a dead body, or they were under the same roof with a dead body. So in order for that Jew to become pure again and to be able to re-enter the temple precincts, that individual needs the Kohen, the priest, to sprinkle on him what's called the mechatat, the waters that contain the ashes of the red heifer. It's a very complex, weird ritual, but the Torah says something very strange, which is that the person who gets the mechatat, the waters with the red heifer ashes, sprinkled on him, the guy who was impure now becomes pure, but the person doing the sprinkling, the Kohen himself, who previously was pure, now becomes impure in the process. Question is why? Why would that be? And there are two possible reasons. Number one, it could be conceit, to defeat the possible arrogance of a Kohen. He can go to his head after a while, I'm this pure being, I'm so close to Hashem, all these people come in here defiled, they need me to become pure. So in order to sort of defeat that potential arrogance that could set in with a priest, that person becomes impure himself. The other theory is empathy. Because how is that person who feels disconnected with God, they are impure ritually, they've come to contact with the dead, they need to be reignited, their relationship needs to be reinstated with Hashem. How can they do that? By having somebody feel for them. And how can the Kohen feel for the person who is ritually impure? By becoming ritually impure himself. It's very hard to be empathetic to another person if you haven't gone through what they're going through. And that's one of the most important ideas in empathy. It's not necessarily that we have the solution to your problem. I know exactly what you need to do. Just follow these instructions and everything will be great. No, I don't really know either. But I've been there and I feel your pain and I'm with you. Imo anochi b'tzara. I'm with you in your distress. And that is one of the most difficult things for me. I'm a problem solver. I like to come in and fix people's issues. But sometimes people just want to know that I'm feeling a little of their pain. And that is something that each of us needs to do for one another, for the Jewish people and for the world at large. The world would be a much better, and there would be a lot more healing in the world if we could feel a little of the pain of our fellow. Shabbat Shalom.